So I'm going to be running you through the exact process I use in order to run Facebook ads for my SMMA clients in 2024. This process, if implemented in the right way, can make you and your clients a lot more money. So in the video today, I'll be taking you through my exact 3-step process that you can follow in order to get amazing results for your SMMA clients. Now, this video is going to be the most important thing that you will ever watch. The reason for this is because signing clients for your marketing agency is one thing, but being able to retain them is a whole different game. And to be able to print cash for yourself and your clients, it all comes down to this one thing: being good at running Facebook ads for them. Because if you can actually provide them with amazing results through Facebook ads, you'll be able to retain them longer, they'll be able to make more money, and in turn, you will be able to make more money yourself. And I'm making this video today after 2.5 years of working with multiple of different SMMA clients, running Facebook ads for them, writing the ad copies, writing the ad offers, working with UGC creators, coming up with ad creatives, and spending thousands and thousands of dollars within the ads manager itself to bring it all to you today in one single video. So without further ado, I'm going to be sharing my screen and walking you through this exact process. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to be upfront with you. Media buyers and ad agencies are not going to be happy about me posting this video today, but I don't care, because I want to be able to help you get better at retaining your clients forever. So right now, if you suck at providing your clients with amazing results, then you got a huge problem. And this is something I see a lot in the SMMA industry, that people are able to get appointments, but then when it comes to actually delivering results that they promise to their clients, they simply suck at doing that. You see, to grow your agency, you need to have 3 things in place: a dialed appointment setting system, a really good sales process, and amazing retention and client results. And if you're missing one of them, then your agency quickly becomes unsustainable and you turn into a churn and burn business, which is not good, and you want to stay away from that. So if you're sitting there and you're tired of hearing your leads suck, none of the leads are converting, the leads are too expensive, and spending hours trying to convince your clients that you are in the testing process, then watch this video towards the end, as I'm going to be revealing my exact system that I implemented for my local service clients, so you can actually start getting results for them, make them happy, and retain them forever. Because getting a client is one thing, being able to retain them for months and months and months on end is a whole different playing field. And in today's video, if you watch all the way to the end, I promise you that you will never ever struggle with client results ever again. So my name is Babe Arce, and I've been able to scale 2 of my own offers to 6 figures. My first offer being in the e-commerce space, where I provided Facebook ads for e-commerce brands, and my second offer, which I launched last year and scaled to 25K in 60 days, working with local service-based businesses in the home improvement industry, right? And myself, same as you, I had to go through and optimize each of these 3 areas of my business in order to be able to scale to 6 figures. My appointment setting process, my sales process, and being able to retain my clients and provide them with really good results, right? So my goal with you is to help you with each of these areas so you can too start growing your business. And if you want to work with me, then check the channel description below to schedule a call with myself. But anyways, today, this video is going to be about number 3 here. So let's go over my infrastructure for amazing results. The first thing you should do is understand the client's market and their business, right? Before you even begin running ads for your client, you need to be able to understand their market and their clients in depth. And I mean in depth, right? I'm not talking about just going on the ads library and stalking their competitors and then copying their ads or their ad copy. You need to actually be able to understand the people you are advertising to, meaning who are the clients, customers, and what's their profile, right? So what I would do usually is on the onboarding call, I would talk to my clients about their customers, right? And I would let them tell me who most of their client base consists of, right? Because I want to start getting an idea, getting an image of that customer that's going to be seeing my ad, right? So I want to understand their age, their gender, their psychographics, their behaviors, because the ads you're going to be building, the ad copies you'll be writing, You need to be directly speaking to that customer for that customer to then, do whatever else they need to do in your sales process, such as clicking the link, submitting their information, booking the appointment with your client, and finally closing as a customer for your client. Now, this is where most businesses go wrong, right? You think it's enough to run a free quote offer. I see a lot of businesses doing that, right? If you go on the ads library and you search up your industry, you will see a lot of companies out there saying, "Oh, get a free quote today," right? No one cares about free quotes these days, right? Everyone out there is offering free quotes. It's almost needed these days, right? It's nothing special. So these businesses, they fail to understand what it is that the customer actually wants and needs, right? So, some questions that you need to answer in order to start building up that customer profile are as follows. What's their occupation? How do they typically spend their week? What activities do they engage in outside of work? Where do they get their news, information? What social media platforms are they on? What's their income level? How satisfied with what they're currently doing? What are the main concerns in life? What's their lifestyle? Can you describe their personal history and any significant events that have shaped their current situation? How do they feel about their past experiences? What past job experience or trip has significantly impacted their current interest? What's their family relationship status? Are they married, divorced, single? Do they have children? If so, how many? How might their relationships influence their use of your client's service or product, or its fit into their weekly routine? Does your product address any of their family related concerns? What aspects of your product are most important to this person? How does it meet their needs, ease their pain points, or make them feel good? How does your product improve their life? What thoughts should they have just before deciding to purchase your product, right? You need to be able to answer all of these 17 questions in order to truly build up a customer profile, right? And this is important because this is literally going to be the basis of any ads that we ever run for the client, right? These are essentially the core building blocks of our ad strategy, right? Is understanding the customer profile. Because if you fail to understand this and you go ahead and make some subpar ad creatives and ad copies that are super generic, no one's going to resonate with them, right? If no one's going to resonate with them, no one's going to click on the ad. If no one's clicking on the ad, no one's going to book the appointment. And if no one's booking the appointment, then your client is not going to be happy with you, right? So if you skip out on this step, then you're doing a huge, huge mistake. So I urge you, if you are already running ads for your clients and they're not really working out, go back to step one, right? Step one, which is understanding your client's customer profile. Number two is then going on to building up your offer and angle, right? We want to take all this information that we've gathered about the customer profile and start building up our offers and figuring out different angles we can approach the ads with, right? When building an offer, just a point here is you got to be able to create FOMO, which is fear of missing out. The customer has to think that if they don't go through with this offer, if they don't sign up with your client, they're going to miss out. And one thing I can tell you about people is that they hate missing out more than anything else, right? So if your offer is free quote, then obviously no one's going to feel like they're missing out due to the fact that so many other businesses are doing the same exact thing, right? And this is why, again, I had clients tell me that customers would receive 5 different quotes and they would go with another business. And the reason for that is because these 5 quotes are essentially the same thing, right? These are the same thing, right? All of these free quotes, they offer maybe 10%. Your client offers 10%. And then they go to the customer. The customer tells them, hey, I've got 5 exact quotes just like yours, right? But I'm going to go with company A because I just like the salesperson, right? So we want to make sure that they are making their decision based on the offer rather than preference, right? And in order to be able to do that, we need to be creative with the offers, right? So some examples here is get a free consultation, usually worth $250, get 25% less than your current quote on XYZ, right? So for example, this is like get 25% less on the current quote that you received on remodeling your kitchen, or get 25% less than your current quote plus a free XYZ if you sign up today, right? Free upgrade, free coupons, free whatever else your client can offer for free, right? If someone signs up today. get free upgraded to premium tiles, as an example, right? So here you want to speak to your client, right? Once you come up with offers, send your offers to your client and make sure that they're okay with your offer before you start doing anything else, right? Because the real success, and this is what I tell all my clients, is that you first need to build and establish your offer and then build your business around your offer, right? This is the key, right? You do not create your offer from what your business is. You create the offer and then build your business around the offer, right? Because the offer is essentially what's going to get someone to actually convert and work with you. So, moving on to angles, right? This is where we begin to think about the customer in mind. So, let's say we've done our research, we've answered some of these questions, and our customer profile is mainly married women, 30 plus, they have kids, they are stay at home, they don't work, but they are also busy around the house, busy with their social life, and so on, right? So now we can think about, okay, what angles can we approach the ads from, right? So one angle could be let your children grow up in a better kitchen, as an example. Tired of your kitchen's poor design. Want to enjoy family dinner time at a dining room you actually love, right? These are angles, right? These are angles for they essentially approach the different needs and the different wants and the different pains and problems that the customer profile is experiencing, right? So if I was to, let's say, come up with an angle that focuses on the problem, right? Tired of dealing with contractors who don't care about your kitchen, right? This is one problem that I know people experience, so we could approach it with this angle, right? The reason why we use angles is because it's going to catch attention and resonate with the target audience. The target audience being a stay at home mom, 30 plus, and they're busy with their social life, taking care of their kids, and so on. Then we want to write our ad copy, right? And this is the framework that we use. We want to call them out, call out our target audience. We want to state the reason for reading this and present the angle. Why should they read this? Why should they read your copy? Why should they spend time engaging with you, right? You want to state that reason and present your angle as well. Then you want to present your offer, which you came up with here, without XYZ. So without, pain points, right? For example, without dealing with design mismatches, without waiting long times for your kitchen to be done, without working with poor quality materials, right? So without XYZ, problems and pain points. Then benefits, outline benefits of them working with you. Don't describe features, right? Don't say that you are the top rated contractor, the top rated company in the world, right? No one cares. What's in it for them to work with you? That's how you want to think about benefits. Then you want to present a review or a testimonial and then have your call to action. So if I was to write this out, this is essentially how it would play out. We want to call out our audience. So calling all families in Washington. Tired of making breakfast or enjoying your cup of coffee in an outdated kitchen? Well, this video is going to save you a lot of hassle and money. Here's why. We're looking for 5 homeowners in Washington that want to redesign their kitchen at 25% off your current quote, plus get a free consultation, usually worth $250, without dealing with design mismatches, waiting long times, working with poor quality materials. We will work with you until you're happy with the pre design, guarantee your kitchen will be done in 4 weeks, and use the best quality materials. And then Betty here says, oh my God, I love my kitchen so much. Finally makes my day, and I'm always looking forward to make toast in the morning. Then we have a call to action. Click learn more to reserve your spot for a special promotion. Again, once we get 5 homeowners, this offer will be discontinued forever. Right. So if I'm, let's say, if I'm a mom, right, 30 plus, and I'm reading this and I hate my kitchen, then this is going to resonate with me, right? Because I probably make breakfast in that kitchen. I probably enjoy the cup of coffee in that kitchen. But if it's an outdated kitchen, I don't really like the design of it, it's going to bug me out, right? So I resonate with this. Then I keep reading and I'm starting to get FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. And then here in this section here again, I'm creating sort of limited availability to create even more sense of urgency, even more fear of missing out within the person that's reading the ad, right? So once we get 5 homeowners, this offer will be discontinued forever. So this is your chance right now, right, Betty? This is your chance right now. So once you've written your ad copies, I want you to come up with, let's say, 3 ad copies to start off. Actually, 1 ad copy to start off with, because what we're going to be testing first is the ad creative. And I'm going to go over on how to do that right now. So one thing I want you to guys to understand is that media buying is super, super easy, right? You just need to understand how to use the ads manager and the platform. But I'm here to teach you something different. I'm here to teach you the structure you should follow when setting up your ads, because media buyers, what they do is they essentially execute, right? They execute on what you tell them to execute on, or they execute on a strategy. They simply click buttons, right? But if you really, really want to be successful with delivering your clients amazing results, you got to start thinking like a marketer. You got to start coming up with strategies and media buying strategies and then implementing it into the ads manager itself, right? So actually starting to think like a marketer rather than a media buyer. So let's go over the structure. So let's say your client has a total budget of $1,000 per month, right? We have one campaign. We don't overcomplicate it. We have one campaign. Within this, we start off with a testing campaign, right? We can put a total budget of $500 or $1,000 to start off with, because the first thing we ever want to do is start testing and start finding winners, right? And this shouldn't take you more than a month. Honestly, within 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, you should already have your winning ad, right? So, in terms of targeting, you want to target broad audience, right? Broad audience, because I don't really believe in interest targeting as much, right? I feel like broad audience will do just fine. You just need to basically do the targeting within your ad copy, within your offer, within your creative, right? Because Facebook is smart. It's super, super smart, and it will understand who you're trying to go after based on the copies that you're using, right? So go with broad. You can change the age, you can change the demographics, but that's it. Change the area, but that's it. Don't add any interest, don't add any lookalikes, just go broad. Within this testing ad set, you want to have 3 different ads to start off with, 2 or 3 different ads, right? And here we have different variables of that ad, right? So we have the angle, which is the ad copy, the angle, the offer that we're using, and the ad creative, right? These are the 3 components that make up an ad, right? So the first thing we want to do is start testing the ad creative, right? We want to understand, okay, what actually catches people's attention, right? So we test 3 different ad creatives, and let's say we find a winner, right? The winner is ad 2. We then take this, duplicate it into a winner's ad set, and basically increase the budget on that, right? So we have a testing budget and a winner's budget, right? And we're increasing the budget on the winners so we can get more leads and appointments, right? But what you do then is take winner ad 2, take the variables from the ad 2, and then come up with another testing, right? So take this winner, understand the elements and the variables within that winner ad, right? Whether it's the creative, and then change something else up in order to see if you can make that even better, right? So whether you want to change your angle, whether you change your offer, whether you change maybe an element within the ad creative itself, right? Pick one thing and change that, and then test it again. So here in this example, we're testing the offer this time. We're using the winning ad creative, but we're changing up the offer, right? So we're testing offer 1 again, offer 2, offer 3, right? And then let's say we're testing this, and after some time, ad 3 performed the best out of these 3, right? We then take ad 3 and we put them and duplicate them into our winners ad set, and now we have 2 winners running at a certain budget, right? Now then we keep going, right? Now we take winner ad 3 and we ask ourselves, okay, what do we want to change now, right? You take winner ad 3, you change some elements there, and you basically come up with a new testing variation. You test that, you read your metrics, you read your data, identify a winner, duplicate that winner, put it into the winning ad set, right? And over time, you will basically have 3, 4 different ads that are literally getting you leads, getting you appointments, and you can basically run them for months and months on end, and your clients will be happy. This is the real trick with basically media buying and retaining clients forever, right? Because once you find your winners, And once you put them into the ad set, the winner's ad set, and you let them run on a certain budget, they will keep producing results, right? I had an ad that literally ran for 3, 4 months and it's still producing results, right? And I don't have to change anything, right? I will do some tests there and there, but I do have a couple of winners on one of my clients' ad accounts, which I literally just did not touch, right? And they're just keep running, keep printing, keep giving my client more leads, more appointments, and more deals through that. So you want to establish your KPIs, right? Because if you don't establish your KPIs, then you're essentially testing for no reason, right? If you have no end goal of your testing process, you are not going to get anywhere. So, some KPIs that I personally use. I like to have my cost per leads between $15 to $25. Let's say your budget is $1,000 per month. You should aim to get 50 leads at a $20 cost per lead if we were to meet halfway. 20% lead to appointment ratio. With 50 leads, that's 10 appointments per month. This gives us a $100 cost per appointment. If your client has a 20% close rate, that's 2 projects per month, depending on their ticket price. Usually in the home improvement space, it's $15,000. That's $30,000 in revenue generated with $1,000. So, with that being said, what should you actually be working on as an agency? Well, your goal is to identify winners to reduce your cost per lead, because if you reduce your cost per lead, you get more leads, you get more appointments, and so on. You also want to optimize your client's funnel and appointment setting process to increase the lead to appointment, right? So your results will vary on these two things, right? Your lead to appointment ratio and your cost per lead. The cheaper your leads are, the more leads you get, the more appointments you get. The higher your lead to appointment ratio is, the more appointments you're going to convert through the leads that you're getting, right? So these are the two things that you need to focus on. Essentially, finding winners, trying to reduce your cost per lead as much as possible, and then optimizing your client's funnel and appointment setting process to increase this lead to appointment ratio. So again, this is literally all you have to do, right? And this is why I said media buyers and ad agencies are not going to be happy with me posting this video, right? Because this is a very, very simple process that, if done right, will always get your clients amazing results, right? So again, just follow this process, start testing, right? Start finding winners, start optimizing those winners, get cheaper cost per leads, or hit your KPI with the cost per leads, increase your lead to appointment ratio, and make sure that your client is actually closing deals. That's all you need to do as an agency, right? So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. If you found value, make sure to like. And if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. And again, I am looking for 5 agency owners to partner up with. So click somewhere on the link in the channel description to schedule a call with me so we can see how we can work together. And also, I do have a free community, which will be in the comment section down below. So make sure to join that. I literally have a free course on how you can go from 0 to 10K per month, all completely free. We already had a couple of students signing their first ever clients. So make sure to go ahead and join that. But apart from that, I will see you guys on the next one.